question number one. Okay.
Yeah.
Question number one. What really caused the break? Let's just say, okay, well, before I get into the messy, I just want to give a little toast to Catherine and I, our 10-year relationship, because 10 years is a long time.
I see love on the horizon.
Wait, say that again. You said what?
I see love.
Love.
I see love. I see you in a long-term relationship with somebody who really, truly loves you, respects you, and that you love and respect as well. Seems like a pretty easy relationship for the most part. A little too good to be true.
Wow.
But it is. It's very true. I'm really excited about the energy between this person and yourself.
Question number one. Okay, question number one. What really caused the break? Second. Okay, well, before I get into the messy, I just want to give a little toast to Catherine and our 10-year relationship, because 10 years is a long time. I see love on the horizon. Say that again. You said what? I see love. I see love. I see you in a long-term relationship with somebody who really truly loves you, respects you, and that you love and respect as well. Seems like a pretty easy relationship for the most part, a little too good to be true. Wow, but it's very true. I'm really excited about the energy between this person and yourself. Austin McBroom, the man who practically defined YouTube drama for years, has finally decided to spill his own tea on his breakup with Catherine, her new man, and brace yourselves, his new life since all of the chaos went down. And yes, it is all happening on a brand new podcast with his brother Landon. Outside voices, you know it's about to get messy when Austin McBroom and his brother Landon decide to start a podcast. We already know that these two love to stir the pot, so it was only a matter of time before they started spilling the tea on their own lives. But what we didn't expect was just how much real drama they would unpack on the very first episode. The internet is messy, and you guys want me to be messy, so we're going to talk about it. You guys, that first episode drops, and it is full of everything we want to know, basically the ace family drama update, Catherine's new boyfriend, and how Austin feels about it all. Spoiler alert, he is not exactly celebrating her new relationship, but we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Landon also didn't hold back about the drama going on in his life right now. Not that anyone cared, but it's the McBroom brothers, y'all, so as always things are next level. Alright loves, without any further ado, let's get right into it. We had 3 beautiful, amazing children, and I wouldn't change anything for the world. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever someone with a ton of controversy behind them decides to get into podcasting, it always gets suited immediately. I mean, it's practically a given that these two are about to get real with the audience, and it seems like that's exactly what they're doing. Not only that, the brothers launched a whole new YouTube channel for this podcast, which makes sense because you know they all want the views, all the clicks, and all the attention, and of course Austin, being Austin, couldn't help but dive right into the drama from the start. It's no surprise that in the very first episode Austin and Landon didn't hold back about their personal lives, giving listeners an inside look at the chaos, controversies, and big life moments they've been living through. But what was really interesting was the way that Austin kicked things off by talking about his past as a YouTuber. At first, he seemed almost nostalgic about it. You could tell that deep down he still sees himself as a YouTube star, and let's be real, he's not ready to let go of that status just yet. But it wasn't long before he started bringing up the past, specifically his breakup with Catherine. Had I not booked a one-way ticket to Los Angeles back in 2012-2013, my life wouldn't have evolved the way that it has, and me making that decision, me taking that risk, and just seeing what happens is the reason why my life turned out to be this way. And that's why when I think back at like the decision that I made to move here, it has changed so much of my karma and the karma of my children and my children's children and so on. And so to think that, like, yeah, had I not moved here, I wouldn't have met my kid's father, and I wouldn't have had kids here. And take it one step further, my kids wouldn't have the DNA that they have. Like, my kids have their father DNA, which has so much history, and there's so much beauty to it, and there's just so much that they have because I made the decision to move here, and a whole bunch of other decisions were made after that led us to where we are today. So it's just so interesting to think about, kind of like the butterfly effect, right? I don't know if you watched that movie, but yeah, like in the film you see that every little decision changes the course of your life. Anything can happen at any moment. And that's why it's so important to live in the moment, because it really is all just an illusion. It's like time is not linear, and I always say this, but sometimes I feel like it's really hard to grasp because it's just words. But then when you truly feel it inside of you, when you really truly grasp what that means, right? Like that time is all an illusion, separation is all an illusion. However, love's Let's pause on the relationship drama for a minute because these two had something else to share, and I'll let you know why this is relevant in a short while. So Austin and Landon went straight into it, addressing the elephant in the room: what's been happening in their lives lately. Austin, being the open book that he is or thinks that he is, gave a quick rundown of his rebranded life. Forget the whole YouTube star vibe. The new Austin McBroom is a Snapchat king, literally calling himself a Snapchatter. Seriously, now I'm a Snapchatter, and we're gonna get into that because Snapchat is they're paying the bills, as you can see. As you all know, Austin's been on that Snapchat hard lately. Apparently the platform has been way more than just a place to send cute selfies and quick videos for Austin. It's been the new way to rake in cash. He flat out says Snapchat is the new YouTube for him, and if you thought Austin was done capitalizing off of his name, think again. Now let's backtrack for a second. We all know Austin was doing the most on Snapchat around the time of their separation. Those cringy, exaggerated videos he kept posting, giving us constant updates about his life, sometimes too much. But what we did not know was that Austin was low-key making bank while doing it. Apparently Austin had a Snapchat streak going that was bringing in serious cash, and of course he was more than willing to let everyone know just how much he was pulling in. According to him, he was making a crazy amount of money off of his post, and it sounds like he was living a pretty comfortable life while all of the drama with Catherine was unfolding. But here's the thing, Austin made it clear that at the time he was pretending to live a totally different life on Snapchat. Remember when he posted those videos from a trailer and made it seem like he was struggling? Well, according to Austin, it was all part of the game. He wasn't really living in a trailer, but he sure knew how to play the sympathy card to rake in more cash. Let's just say that he was hustling big time. Basically, long story short, from that video I kept going on with this character that I was playing. I was playing this down bad character, and it was crazy because I felt like a lot of people were relating to me, because especially a lot of women were relating to me, because after a breakup, you know, no one wants to talk about it or act that way on social media, but that's how people are feeling, like crashing out type, __. Yeah, people want to crash out, so I fed into it, figured out my character, figured out what I was going to post each and every day, and as I was like going through this character, I was living here in this home, so I would pull my RV into my property, into my driveway, and I would get out into the home that I'm living in now, yeah. And people really thought you were in the RV, they really thought I was living in the RV, but little do they know that was just my office space that I was capitalizing on. Not only that, it looks like Austin is not the only one in the family who is benefiting off of Snapchat in a big way. So for a hot minute, both Austin and Landon thanked Snapchat for their success, specifically giving love to a woman named who works at Snapchat and apparently helps them get where they are now. Landon was practically gushing over how she came through for him, connecting two puzzle pieces to get him to where he's at today. That is our only sponsor for today's episode is Snapchat. Shout out to Snapchat, shout out to Monica. Yes, we love you guys. Monica is someone who works at Snapchat. She's high up in the ranks, and she is someone who really came through for me and connected two puzzle pieces, and now you know I'm sitting at a different place in life because of Monaco from Snapchat. Austin doesn't stop there. Turns out Snapchat even sponsored this first podcast video, literally flexing for finding something better than YouTube. So for him, his new kind of content isn't just a replacement but a step up. If you know Austin well, then you already know that that is something he would throw around for everyone to feel. One thing about Austin, he has got an ego the size of Russia. Would you believe that he made it sound like he is the one who saved Snapchat from collapsing? Austin starts by explaining how a few years ago Snapchat was in serious trouble, like serious trouble. We all remember when Snapchat started to lose its hype and people stopped using it, the views were dropping and influencers were jumping ship. It looked like the app was basically dead, but then Snapchat pulled a power move. They realized that they had to start paying creators to keep them on the platform, or else it would go the way of MySpace. Well, guess what? That strategy worked. Fast forward to today, and all of a sudden, Snapchat is hot again. Everyone is back posting, making money, and suddenly it's like Snapchat is the place to be. No more struggling, no more dying out. Instead, creators are flooding back to the platform with brand new contacts in hand, and Austin McBroom is no exception. But don't get it twisted, Austin isn't here just to talk about contracts and monetization. He's here to talk real business. He gets that people are